I'm going to work through 18S so you can see if your thinking was the same as mine on how to decide what change, if any, is needed in sentence 16. Just a reminder, this is one of those editing questions where no change is an option. We have to be completely sure that A, B, and C are incorrect if we're going to choose D as our answer. So I'm going to go up to sentence 16, mark it off, and I'm going to check whether anything jumps out at me in terms of capital letters or apostrophes. She said that once I got it in, I would be free to make my own decision. Nothing jumps out at me, so I'm going to go check A, B, C one by one and make sure that I'm confident in my answer. A tells me to insert quotation marks after the word said. So let me see what happens if I put quotation marks right here. She said, quote, that once I got it in, I would be free to make my own decision. Now, the interesting thing with doing that is that's the only change I can make. And if I start a quotation there, I need to have an end to it. But there's not one already in the sentence. So let me read beyond it and see if it makes sense to do that. She said, quote, that once I got it in, I would be free to make my own decision. I was convinced there was no way I could ever wear contacts, but Mom was insistent. I don't have to read any further than that to realize that putting that quotation mark in would create more problems and it would solve none. So I'm confident that A is not the right answer. B reads, change it to them. And I know that the word it is singular and them is plural. So I have to decide what is it that the pronoun is replacing in order to decide whether I need to change it from singular to plural. So she said that once I got it in, I would be free to make my own decision. So we need to figure out what the it or them is, and to do that I'm going to have to read before my sentence. Let's see what happens if I go back to 15. Since we had come this far, she wanted me to at least see what it felt like to wear contact lenses. She said that once I got it in, okay, it's already jumping out at me that contact lenses is the word that it or them is replacing. And since I see that S at the end, and I know that contact lenses are for two eyes, I know that them is the word that I need to have. Since we had come this far, she wanted me to at least see what it felt like to wear contact lenses. She said that once I got them in, I would be free to make my own decision. So I'm feeling good about B. I just need to eliminate C, and then I can say I'm 100% sure. So C reads, insert a comma after free. Let's see what happens if we do that, and if we are violating a rule or fixing something. She said that once I got it in, I would be free to make my own decision. Now I know that to make is an infinitive verb phrase, and I know that I don't need to have a comma before an infinitive verb phrase. In fact, there's very few instances I can think of, if any, that I would put a comma before the word to. So that's not fixing a problem, it's creating one. I can eliminate C. I can also eliminate D because I feel pretty confident that I need to change it to them. In fact, I'm 100% confident that that is the correct answer.